Oh, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not. Don't really have an exact answer for you at the moment. It's kind of a funny one in footy. You look forward to the challenge, and I suppose part of that is this week. Geelong in Geelong is probably as tough as it gets these days. So we haven't won for a while down there, and that's the main focus. Not the kind of person that I like things being about me, but yeah, it'd be good to I suppose have a milestone game and have a pretty strong win.
Well, let's flip it around there. If there's a milestone game for someone else, does that give you a extra 1% to go, you want to do right this one?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's no matter who it is. We had Stars on the weekend who's played 50 games, so your first, outside of your first game, your first milestone, and yeah, you add a little bit extra in terms of what you're playing for. So yeah, you're probably right. I haven't really thought of it that way.
Actually, 2008, rocking up here from WA, I think that being a children's play centre, talking to you later on, I guess it's a nice way to look back on that playing cup.
Oh yeah, it's another good way to put it. Oh, I love this place. So it's somewhere that my child really loves to come and play. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't have thought I'd be here all that 14 years ago, whatever it is. So.
Do you remember what your thoughts were when you were heading across? Like, different world, isn't it, back then?
It's a long time ago, so you're testing my memory, but I was obviously pretty excited, and I was pretty lucky in hindsight to be able to move to a great city. I got looked after so well, and it's a place that I really love, and I'll be here post-footy. So yeah, I'm very grateful for what the club's done for me, and yeah, the city as a whole, I love it. Oh, we're in a great position. A lot of work to be done, but as I said, it's a very exciting time. We're not necessarily that young team anymore. The guys have matured and played a lot of big games and experienced those moments, and I think we're ready for what's to come this year. Don't want to look too far ahead, but at the end of the day, that's what we're all here for. I'm not going to lie about that, but I've been lucky to play with some awesome players and in some awesome teams, but I think the demographic and where we're at as a team, we're really in a good position, and that's why I love being able to walk through the doors and wear these colours week in, week out.
There must have been times when you didn't think that you would get a chance to fight for a premiership. So much of your career was struggling.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there was a lot of those days. But I'm not the first, and I won't be the last to go through that. And that's the way the footy world works. It's not always rosy, and I've had plenty of ups and downs along the way. But the exciting thing is now, as I spoke about, we're in a pretty good spot as a footy club. A lot of credit to a lot of people to turn things around, and I'm pretty pumped to be part of it.
So what, I mean, you obviously had decisions to make throughout your career to stay or to look elsewhere, particularly in 2016 when the club was kind of rock bottom. You made the decision to commit long term. What went behind that? Why did you decide that Brisbane was the club and the city at that stage?
Yeah, I think at that point, as I said, a lot of decisions have to be made, but I was probably in that age where I knew I had a lot of footy left, and I backed in the club that would get to where we are today. And that's kind of the crux of it, really. They'd given me so much, and I kind of in return wanted to stick fat and hopefully come out the other end, and as I said, I'm pretty proud that I've been able to do that and be part of that.
So I think we spoke to a bunch of players pre-season about getting playing a milestone. The one word that kept coming up was loyal. Is that how you see yourself, and part of the reason that you sort of stuck it out for the most?
Yeah, I think there's a portion of that loyalty. Is you have to, as I said, the club gave me the opportunity to do what I do, and I've always wanted to play AFL footy as a youngster, and the Lions gave me that chance, so it was only natural, the amount of work and I suppose support they put into me, that I'd return the favour and stick fat, and yeah, we are where we are today, and hopefully we can achieve success in the near future.
So what's Chris Fagan done for you? I guess helping the team rise, but also seemingly rejuvenating you as a player, like the changing your positions.
Yeah.
Flourish since that's happened.
Oh, he's been amazing. He's that kind of father figure. I know it's been spoken about a lot, but for me personally, I think our first meeting, one of the things he said to me was, "Your best footy's ahead of you," and hadn't really heard that before, and I was kind of at the, not so much back end, but in the second half of my career. So to have that kind of faith from your head coach is, I think, is pretty special. And then from a positional point of view, I think he'd done it with the likes of Hodge and Mitchell and those guys, where they'd been midfielders, they'd been good midfielders. I was just an average midfielder, but he kind of thought, well, why don't we see how things go down back? And to be honest, that's kind of saved my career in a way. If that decision wasn't made and faith from him, I don't think I'd be potentially here at this point in time. So, but outside of footy, he offers so much as a coach and a person.
Did you have the faith in yourself? I mean, considering what it meant the first half, did you think the best was?
Well, yeah, there was no doubt about it. There was those doubts along the way, that thinking, oh, I'm dwindling off here, or I'm not good enough, or especially when the team's failing as well. It's just part of footy. It's part of life. We all go through it, no matter what we're doing as people. But yeah, I think to have your head coach, someone new who'd done a lot in the game, come in and say, look, your best footy's ahead of you, it gives you a bit of a kick, which is good. So yeah, it's not all just on the back of that. A lot of hard work's been put into, and on the back of the team going really well, but definitely gave me a lift for sure. Yeah.
How about Geelong? You mentioned it earlier. It's a good, only a few weeks in the year, but it's a nice test to see where you're at.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. As I said, Geelong in Geelong's a really good challenge. We haven't won there for a long time. Got pretty close last year, but it's a challenge that the boys are looking forward to, for sure.
Off the back of last week, obviously things clicked in there after a couple of grinding minutes previously.
Yeah, it was a good four-quarter performance last week, absolutely. But we're going to have to step it up a notch this weekend. As we know, Geelong in Geelong is a good challenge, but we can't wait. Yeah, I'd say so. So far this year, yeah. Numbers and facts speak for themselves, and they're a pretty tough team to beat down there. But as I said, looking forward to it.
You would have never won there, maybe?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But I know the boys look forward to challenges, and as I've said a couple of times, I think yeah, we'll be raring to go this week. But as I said, that'll be more important than anything else this weekend.
You hate them, they hate you. This is what it gets down to, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, hate's a big word, but I think the good thing about footy these days is it's funny. You have a couple of years where you have some good games and some tough games against opposition teams, and then you naturally have a bit of a rivalry, and that's great. I think both teams love that. You step across that line, and no matter who you're playing, it's the enemy, and that's the way it works. But yeah, it's good for the game as well. I think from what I've heard, the game's already sold out. So yeah, you look back probably 10 years, and Lions versus Geelong in Geelong, they wouldn't be sold out. But yeah, it's good for the boys, good for footy as a whole.
There's been a couple, there's been Richmond, and now you seem to have their measure, their match-up, whatever it seems, you've got over that. But Geelong, you've almost got them, as I said last year, but 2 of the last 13, it's not a good record. Why do they pose such a problem?
Well, they've been a good team for a long period of time. They're experienced, they're big, they're strong. That's the way they've been for as long as I can remember, to be honest. We all know what they've done in terms of the premierships, but they've just been a consistent team, making finals year in, year out. And I've got huge respect for them. And as I said, we have had a few good wins against them, but they've been at the Gabba, so that next challenge for us is getting it done down there. So, challenge we're looking forward to. Yeah.